Style trees in the
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
I like to smoke early, check out how I do it. Blowing on the toilet in the bathroom, boo-boo it. I'm high and feeling like while I wash my hands, I got a blunt hanging off my lip like an old granddad. Starting my teapot, my day's begun. I'm about to jump in the gym just to bust it down. Rolling up another one to ease my pain. Spumoni Kush hitting hard enough to dent your frame. Strolling through the garden in that midday mission. I wanna smoke this one and that one and oh yeah, this one. Smells got my nose hairs gigging today. Smoke fire right up front to leave till the whole thing is gone.
You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. Yes, you know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. Yeah, I like to smoke. I love it. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. When I wake up in the morning, I roll one. When I hit the studio, I roll one. When I walk into my garden, I roll one. Pull out the world's biggest backwood for the home run. Tonight we getting lit. Cannagar from Bud Smith. Temple ball of hash, Frenchy cannoli twist. Miss me with that other, your strain is looking hopeless. Green shock, we got that royal dopeness. Cannabis mixing up my doja. Terpenes, flavor and aroma. It's Croptober and I'm swimming in weed. I want the stickiest green and hella lemonine. Orange turpentine, I certainly will keep it in my personal stash. A 3rd degree burn. Pulling out the fire, I'ma break it down, roll it up, spark it with the lighter, I burn. Fresh jars I refill. Every day is like a smoke box, what be real? Mendo dope band burning it down. So put your hands to the sky for the high grade sound and say, I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. Yes, you know that I know that you know that I like to smoke.
Got rid of my mic down. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hey, it's Top Shelf Tuesday. Thanks for showing up here for our smoke sesh. We got a few more minutes. People be showing up, so we got a pretty cool little smoke sesh plan for the day.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to everybody that's here now. Who all's here? What are you guys all dabbing in on? When we're gonna dab in today, we're gonna do it, and so kind of hang on, get your dab rigs ready because we all want y'all to dab in with us. But we're going to dab in today, and what we're doing is, you know, at AOD, we dab in, dab out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, and we're going to dab Jeremy in today and welcome him to the AOD crew. So, he's going to be a regular part of the show now, and he's going to be a regular part of the crew now. So,
thank you, guys.
Bro, you know what? I just know you're down like a motherfucker, and that's what I love about you, man. I mean, dude's raw as raw gets. You get what you get, and you know it is. And, you know, it's him. You know, he's genuine, and that's what we look for. And you know, he's an OG. So,
right,
yes,
sure.
you know, huh?
He's been around for a minute too. He's been hanging with us for what, 3 years now?
Been hanging around for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And more than that, man. You know, way more than that. So we become really good friends, and more like family than friends, honestly. So we're gonna dab in, and we got some of our dab up here, and we've all got the same dab. What do you need, brother?
That after you.
This?
You already got
okay.
some.
I got mine, and you need some torch.
I got it.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, we're gonna dab in with Jeremy, and we're gonna dab him into AOD Crew. He's doing a cold start, I think.
Yeah.
He's getting fancy with it.
On old school.
About a card.
Well, I guess old school would be.
Yeah, I got one. I got something over.
Yeah. We're carb cap pour around this motherfucker, ain't we?
Old school would be butter knives on the stove, wouldn't it, for dabs?
What do you need?
Nothing at all. You're good.
That'll work, brother.
Manage.
Do it,
Yes.
man. Heat it up, brother. So we're gonna dab in. Everybody get ready to dab in. You doing a cold start? I love,
Love
cold,
the cold
starts.
starts.
And I got my E-rig, so it's always the same temperature for me. Oh man, we are dabbing white truffle. Don't be hating.
Oh yeah.
Little controversy out there about the white truffle right now, and I love controversy. I like diving right in the middle of that shit. Get it, bro. There you go. Damn.
Ooh, buddy.
Well, that's got a kick to it.
Yes, it does.
I like to get medicated here because it helps my mind slow down
Dude, that
Yeah.
tastes
so
so
I
good.
can think.
That's why I like cold starts, dude. Like
Yep.
you taste every little bit of that.
I think I'm sitting at 525 here, but I think this is a little cold.
Yeah.
So I think that's more like 480 or something.
Woo.
What I need to do is get one of them real fancy little thermometers that sits here that you.
Oh yeah. Those would be cool.
I know a lot of guys that have them.
Ooh, buddy.
But that's good white truffle. So yabba dabba doo, we just dabbed Jeremy into our crew. So there you go. Need to clean your banger. Like I said, we're dabbing in with white truffle. A little bit of controversy around white truffle not too long ago, and I'll share that with you guys. There was a guy that created the white, didn't really create it, okay? He kind of like got it off of another person that bred it, okay? And he didn't ever claim that it was his, but he was the one that kind of like got it out there. And I'm not going to mention any names, it don't matter, but he had some personal situations come up in his life, and he acted in a manner that was, if what was said is true, and I don't know, I wasn't there, and I don't care enough that deep to find out, okay? But if what was said was true, it was pretty harsh shit that he did, you know, but it was in his relationship, okay? In his relationship at home. Had nothing to do with the plant. Well, somebody came up and they're like, well, if you grow that plant and you continue to grow that plant and you this and that, then you're just a low life just like him. And I'm like, what the fuck does growing a plant, though, even though it came through that dude, what the fuck does somebody growing that plant have to do with how that dude acts like an ass at home?
Right.
I mean, come on, man. That's just fucking bullshit cancel culture crap, okay?
Yeah.
And it was aimed at me, okay, because I grow white truffle.
Right.
And, you know, the guy who said it has had a hard-on for me for years, okay? And it's just like, dude, grow the fuck up. I'm not going to throw out my white truffle clone.
Right.
Because of, this guy who actually, I got it from, which I didn't know the dude. I just I went online and said, boo, I want this white truffle clone. And it got sent to me and I got it and I'd never even met the guy.
Right. It's not like you're personal friends
I fucking
with
ordered it off a website, dude.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can order clones off websites. I think we got a clone website coming, don't we?
We're working on it. We're in the process of be on the lookout for that.
Fuck yeah. So anyway,
that's a good
so here, the nub of it is I'm not going to quit growing white truffle and pressing rosin with it because it's an amazing plant and it's a great medicine. And why would I do that? I mean, if you're going to hold that, then just stop going to Hy-Vee, stop going to fucking Culver's, stop going to KFC. You ought to stop going there anyway, but stop going to every fucking place you do business with because somebody in the upper echelon of that company does some fucked up shit somewhere.
Yeah.
Shade.
So
And,
but
Josh said it perfectly. They can fuck off.
that's what I told him too. I was like, hey, bro, here's a double 50, go fuck you.
Right.
And anyway, so That's what but I just want all my patients to know, and my admirers of my rosin, that white truffle ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I guarantee it.
Man, that was a good
now.
fucking dab, though.
That was a good dab.
Yeah.
That was a good dab. Was that a good dab?
It
Jared, what are you rolling up, brother?
So what I got here is some lemon cherry gelato, and I actually grabbed some of this live hash rosin and threw it in with the flour.
Oh, nice. So it's loaded.
It is loaded.
I'm going to smoke one of these pre-rolls in strawberry cream pie.
That's a good one.
Hey, we gave away some pre-rolls last week. I think we're going to give some more pre-rolls away this week. We got Bud up here. I don't think we're going to give this away, though. Because we were going through a bucket, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
We got all these jars of weed in here from an event we did like 6 months ago or whatever.
Yeah, if not even longer ago than that.
So we're not going to give that away. We might smoke it, but I doubt
Actually,
it.
you know what? It was right before summer.
Right before summer. So,
Yeah, 'cause I remember it was still chilly out.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that's been in the jars for a while.
Yeah. Oh.
Didn't you already win, nobody?
We saw nobody last week. Hi, nobody. What's up?
Who's that? Nobody.
Nobody.
Hey, what's up, Jen? She always rides her own wave.
L.A. Pure.
Fuck yeah.
Jeremy,
That's
yeah,
it.
smoking some LA Pure.
L.A. Pure is very medicinal there.
Oh yeah,
Who is?
Jeremy McLaughlin.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can't see, man. I'm medicated already. That
Yeah.
was a good dab. That's white truffle, dude.
Oh,
That's a
dude.
hard hitter.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, I'll say that I can get it really smooth, but it's not the smoothest dab. I mean,
Right.
it's smooth, but then on the exhale,
Got a little
about
harshness.
10 seconds later, that's when you get hit.
Yeah. Get that little slight
It's
tightening of the
when
chest.
when you take in that fresh breath of air and
Yeah.
that hits your lungs, and your lungs say, let's get the rest of that smoke out, then the coughing starts.
Right.
So, but it's a very nice rosin, very nice. I'm gonna be. Do I have some fresh frozen in that? Frozen? I think I have some white truffle frozen. I think I have some white truffle, drop cherry. I have some LA Pure. I have some
You got some new ones coming too.
well, frozen bag. That's what I was trying to think of. I got frozen
Oh.
bag, and then I've got some Nana Sorbet, all fresh frozen, all waiting to be washed.
I'm waiting on that Nana Sorbet. That sounds.
Dude, yeah, and if it's good, then I'll plant a couple more. I didn't keep the mothers. I just didn't want to,
Right.
because honestly, it looks to me like I'm sure it's going to be really good quality. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of it.
Right.
I don't think it's going to yield hash wise. That doesn't mean it's not kick ass bud.
Right.
It just means for what I'm looking for. All I'm looking for right now in all the seeds I plant is washers. So I'm buying varieties and crosses and hybrids that are geared toward, hash production, because, that's what I'm going for. So in my new stuff, not in what I already have. But yeah, so I don't think it's going to be a washer. But if it is, then I'll plant some more seeds and find a pheno.
Nice. That Raven's Revenge, I'm curious to see what it does on its first fresh frozen run.
Oh, it's dumper, dude. We already
Right.
did a whole. No, we didn't do fresh frozen.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Fresh frozen
Yeah,
run.
yeah,
I'm
you're
curious
right.
to see
You're
what
right.
it
There's
does.
a big difference. Big difference.
Yeah.
So
That'll be
Right on.
excited to try out.
Someone said Raven's Revenge in the comments, and that got me thinking about it.
dude, Raven's Revenge. Look,
Yeah,
we found
it's,
it. We got all these little grinders to give away. AOD grinders. We got these little glass pipes. These guys, most people, like a bowl is all they need. So if you would, for the time being, that's all he
That's
does.
all I'm doing.
I mean, honestly, when you think about it, we don't really smoke that much. I mean, he does. He smokes night and day.
A little bit.
I smoke day and evening. Zach smokes in the morning.
Evening.
So now, anyway, I do probably consume quite a bit more than a regular person. But if you win flour for the time being, for the next few weeks, if you win flour, you're going to win a little glass bowl with it.
Nice.
So today somebody will get it. One, maybe two, maybe three people will get a half ounce given away, and they'll win it. And if they're here, if they're watching, and they'll get a glass bowl too.
Right. Got to watch them win.
Yep,
You know-
gotta watch them win.
Do you know what strange you're thinking this week?
I'm thinking I might give away some Emerald Cut and some Skull Cap. Do
Skull
those-
cap.
I mean, I'll tell you what. So, but hey, anyway, today we're going to give away. This isn't that clone because I don't have any of those here. But it's about this size. It's an established clone. We're giving away a Trop Cherry.
Yeah.
We don't even have a picture of the Trop Cherry up there, did
No, we don't.
we? Okay, I
Didn't.
posted one, but
Did you?
yeah, it didn't.
That's
get put
right.
up.
You did. I didn't. Yep. I dropped the
So
ball.
we're going to give away a Trop Cherry clone, a half ounce of flour, Emerald Cut or Skull Cap, or we're going to give away some Captain Redbeard Seeds. And son of a bitch, I didn't bring them.
Oh man,
And
yeah,
I didn't
those
get
are,
the picture. I didn't get the little video of them either.
what's the
We
new
both
ones he's got?
dropped.
Huh?
What are they?
They're all his new drops. So I got a picture of them on my phone, but
Let's see.
well, I'm batting 1,000 today, man.
Right.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I got in the gym this morning and my back was jacked up. I wasn't doing good. So I went over and got on the rumble roller and I rolled and I felt a good pop. And so it went, but yeah, it's been one of those days, man. So
Right there with you. My neck's been jacked all day for a couple days.
when you're in pain, dude, your thinking ain't really on par with where it needs to be. So
You're thinking, ain't thinking.
we didn't get everything put where we need to be, but
Right.
it is what it is.
I've been slacking on working out. That's definitely for sure.
That's all right. We're gonna get you straightened out.
But I'm gonna be slowing down on traveling around, and it's winter, dude.
Yep, it's wintertime.
It's about time to get back
It's
out
time
in the
to settle
woods.
back home, and
Right.
that is true. Yeah, I'm ready to go out for at least a couple cold camping trips.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
we got a couple things going on. I think this afternoon we're supposed to be getting our judges cups for the
Oh yeah.
the home grower. What's it called?
Homebrew Showdown? No,
the
that's.
one Morgan is putting on.
I know which one you're talking about. I
I'm
can't.
terrible. I can't remember it right now. We had a picture up of it last week. I think.
Is that white trophy?
Oh, is it the fair?
Yeah.
Fair. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We got pictures of that
Okay.
somewhere.
Throw that up there.
No,
That ain't
that's
it.
not it.
Oh, don't blow it, man. You blew it, dude.
Common Ground Fair.
Yeah,
There it
common ground
is.
right
There
there.
it is,
So
there it is.
the Missouri Craft Growers Cup. So we should be getting our judging kits for those later today, I believe, from what Morgan said when I talked to him. So yeah, I just want to remind you guys of this. You'll want to be a part of that on November 9th. Get out to Columbia, Missouri, do this Common Ground Fair. There's going to be a lot of good education out there, and I know some people might think that we don't need education anymore, but that's a fool's song. We need education. We need to constantly, because there's always new people coming behind us. How arrogant to think that we're the only ones that want to know anything about weed.
Right.
Because, we always have new people. And,
Yeah.
the one thing I'm finding, I talk to a lot of younger people, okay? And a lot of young growers, a lot of young guys who are in the dab scene and stuff like that, man. And, man, they want that wisdom passed down to them. They want to learn how to do things, and they want to hear. They want the education on this stuff, and so it's always going to be time for education. So get out the keynote speaker. I don't know what he's talking about, but I know he's very knowledgeable. Kevin Joddery, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, but from Wonderland Nursery, I know he's very knowledgeable on plant management, soil, all that. So then you got Matt Gates is going to talk about pest management.
That's important.
Okay, that's something we're actually going to be probably talking about here in the near future too, because
Every one of y'all should get out and check that one out.
that
I,
pest
think
management
I'm
for sure.
I think I might get out there and check that one out.
The AG Crop Advisor, Brandon Rust, the Bakashi Earthworks, Yeah, so Bokashi's big if you like it. I don't particularly use Bokashi, but I don't hate it either. I don't know. I don't use it. I know people that do, and they have very good luck with it. And I actually should probably try it. Maybe I'll do a run with Bokashi, and I'll record it.
Right. Good.
See how it is and do a Bokashi test run
test
for everybody.
run. Yeah. That's cool.
Herbalist Crystal Stevens from Flourish Farmsteads. Okay, so they're all going to be speaking out there. So, yeah, get out there. You might run into AOD Crew out there if you come out there. Just be kind.
Yes.
Be kind. And unwind.
Right.
So, yep, so you get out there, but we'll be getting our judges packages pretty soon. And we'll be talking about that. We're going to kind of share the whole judging process with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do some sampling here on the show of some of the stuff that, you know, and we'll talk about it here, and we'll kind of that way you guys can all kind of be a part of the judging of the competition. And then on down from that, I know you got Sugar High's event coming up.
Right.
That's going to be around Christmas sometime. But you know, so I do want to talk about. I got a message just not too far before the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And dude's like, "Hey, V, you gonna be in the first Missouri Cannabis Cup, High Times Cannabis Cup?" And I'm like,
Right.
"What?" Because, dude, I mean, literally, I've had my face buried in my grow. I haven't been out there.
Yeah. We've all been preoccupied.
And yeah, you know, baby needs a new pair of shoes and shit. You gotta earn money.
Right.
And so,
That's fact.
you know, and besides, you know, just doing what you love and getting into that. So anyway, there's going to be a Missouri Cannabis Cup. So pull that up, man. The inaugural Missouri Cannabis Cup. Okay, it's High Times. It's presented by Greenlight Floor Farms. Presented by Greenlight. Intake sponsors Floor Farms. There's going to be a lot of industry out there, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to look around and see if there's room for home growers or whatever. And
That'd be cool.
if we're able to, I think AOD is going to submit some flower in that competition.
High times, bro. That's
Yeah,
fucking
that's pretty cool.
legit, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you know.
I mean, you don't get no more legit than high times.
Right, you know,
That
and,
aspect,
you know,
that
I mean-
thing's been around forever.
Oh, that's the OG cannabis. Cup.
Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of an in-house thing. It's a love-hate deal because,
That's all.
you know, there
That's
you got that
for
whole
what it
faction
is.
of people that High Times is a sellout. We'd never put our weed in High Times. It's all about politics and who spends the most money and all that, which is what they say about every single competition out there. And I will, honestly, I'm going to say, from what I've experienced, the majority of that is true. But I don't think so much on the home grower side. And so if there's a chance that we can put some of our product in there, then I want AOD to have a presence in the High Times Cannabis Cup.
That'd be
You
cool.
know,
I'm just saying, high times is still my bathroom reading material, bro.
well, and you know, we all grew up on High
Yeah.
Times. And the one thing that I'm mostly interested in, though, is I'd like to see, you know, about being a judge.
Right.
That's what I like doing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, even when I did barbecue competitions, I preferred to judge the competition than to cook in it.
Right. Oh yeah, the judging's
You know?
the best part.
Right. So, I mean,
You're making me
And
hungry.
I'll have to. I'm gonna have to dive back into the whole
want
video
some
stuff. You know, we started going to these events and stuff like that again.
well, I don't say nothing about going to a bunch of events.
Well, I'm just
I'll let
saying,
you
like,
do that, dude.
I'm saying
You go
it's
to
like
events, you know me.
saying like these. I see some videos in the future.
That
of
would be cool,
judging.
dude. Yeah, some content for
Yeah.
sure.
With all this
Uh,
stuff coming up, is
But
what
the
I'm
High
saying.
Times, it's all virtual now.
Oh,
Since
that's
COVID,
right.
it's all virtual. They don't actually go do
Go do the
the
actual
event,
event.
which I think is a tragedy. You know, because I mean, the High Times, the Cannabis Cups events were always like the biggest freaking weed event in the nation every year. I mean,
Right.
to go to one even before shit was legal, to actually go to a Cannabis Cup, you had to fly across the water, man. You had to go to Europe to go to a Cannabis Cup
Right.
before it was legal, and then California Prop 2A. They were
That's
able
why
to
it's
get
so
a
cool that
Cannabis
it's going to
Cup.
be here, man.
I know
That's
there's going to
awesome.
be one here,
Yeah.
but they're not actually going to be
sorry.
here. It's
mean,
just
still-
but it's representing Missouri.
It's still going to be cool.
Yeah.
I
So I'm gonna I'm gonna play around with it for sure. We're gonna pay attention to it. We're gonna keep updated on it, see what's going on, and if we can, we'll get on as judges.
Porky's
And,
Blazing Barbecue just had a car show. Porky's, that sounds good. Where's that at?
Where was that, Jeremy?
That sounds familiar. Porky's Blazing Barbecue. I think I've heard that before. I just don't know where it's at.
I don't either. Anyway, so, you know, we wanted to talk a little bit about harvesting some more, and probably, I mean, like, okay, so if you're outdoors and you haven't harvested yet, you probably should. We're going to have a hard freeze tonight. You probably should harvest your shit. At least get it chopped and out from the cold. You don't want the plant to freeze.
That's if you're,
I'm gonna personally try my best to cover mine, but I wouldn't. I mean, if you know you can't, no, I don't. I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know how.
One of these nights. This is one of those nights that I'm not gonna tell you one way or the other. That's
they
not on
just
me.
they did just update it. NOAA
Do
says
some
tonight's
quick
supposed to be
research.
31 now.
Just
31?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's not
okay.
a
That's
complete
really
hard
cold.
freeze.
So it's not down into the 20s. So yeah, I mean, if you want to try covering it up, cover it up. If you want to try to let it go a little longer, cover it up. Otherwise, you better chop the shit because it's going to get
Yeah.
below freezing.
Wake up,
And
it'll
all
be
week-
brown.
Yeah,
All
it
week
will
we
be.
don't have
It'll
a
be
morning.
dead.
All week we don't have a night above 50 degrees.
Yeah,
So it's in the 40s the rest
all
of the
week.
week.
Yeah, so
Bad week.
yeah, you know,
Bad
so
week for outdoor cannabis.
probably a good idea to go ahead and think about harvesting. But I mean, come on, we're midway through October.
Yeah.
See, I haven't looked
You
past.
know what I mean?
I ain't even done the research on as far as past tomorrow night on the weather. So
Right.
I might
It
even
does
decide.
level out, but it gets into it's like a steady mid 40s from here on out at night.
So they can see the profile. So yeah, if you're not harvested, probably get out there and do it today,
Right.
or cover it up like he said. He's brave. You know, me, I'd just harvest it probably, but
I'm
that's
not
just
counting on my harvest either. I'll
Right.
just put that out there.
You're not counting on it.
I grow for the love of it. I grow for the creation of it. I'm not growing for weight. I'm growing for colors.
I'm about to give you a hug, bro. So, yeah, do it. So on that, we're gonna need to dry it.
Yes.
Okay, and we were talking about drying and curing last week, you know, and I just kind of wanted to show what I do, show what my room looks like, and talk a little bit about what you can do if you don't really have the space set aside. And again, we're talking about people who have 4 or 5 plants, 6 plants.
Yeah.
Jen
Whatever.
said she gonna run one until she put Christmas lights on it.
I mean, if we have another warm winter, you might be able to. It might be a little past its prime there, but
Yeah, I mean,
until December,
the biggest thing is if you can keep it from freezing.
right?
If you can keep the plant from freezing, the ground isn't going to probably get that hard to freeze for a minute.
Right.
And if you can, if I was going to try to push it, if I was going to really try to push it, I'd probably go out there and I'd probably fucking mulch about that high and about that far out from the plant and mulch all the way around it to keep those
Insulation.
feeder roots from getting too cold.
Right.
That would kind of help create some dead air space there and help maintain at least above freezing. But the thing about it is, once those root systems get so cold, the plant shuts down.
Right.
So it's just there. It's not doing anything.
That brings up another point. I cut out my watering in the morning. I'm gonna wait not till the warmest part of the day,
Yeah.
but kind of aim a few hours prior to the warmest part of the day to feed my plants right now, so that kind of works its way through.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend it early morning.
Yeah. No, it's too cold.
That
early
water,
morning.
that water would chill out quick.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
Yep, for
Heck
sure.
yeah, I would. Especially like this morning with the wind and stuff.
Right.
But we're so close to it. What is
Yeah.
today's date?
The 15th,
The
isn't it?
Yeah,
15th.
15th. So, I mean, it's respectable harvest time in Missouri.
Everything you pull right now should reasonably.
I had
Be
someone
smokable,
send me a
good.
picture yesterday, and he had amber trichomes, and he told me he explained it that you know, they were mushroom heading, and he watches the show, and if he wants to call himself out, he can. I'm not going to, but he sent me pictures, and he's got some amber and trichomes, and he's got some trichomes that are looking ripe and ready to go, and you know, so my advice was if you can get by for a little bit longer, get by. If you can't, then chop it, you know, and so I'm sure he's probably going to chop tonight. I don't know. We didn't talk too much about it, but yeah, so I know there's a lot of people out there that are, you know, their plants are starting to reach maturity and everything else. What's up?
All right.
We have a visitor. Toss it. Go ahead. So, yeah, awesome. So, anyway, when you're drying it, though, you know, I just want to really stress the most important thing you can do is keep the humidity in check, okay? Right now, you're not going to be having a problem with the temperature. You're going to have a problem with the humidity. And you have one or two problems. You either have too much humidity, which, unless it's snowing or something like that, isn't really a problem right now, or raining or something.
Yeah.
Or you have not enough humidity, which can be just as bad, if not worse, for other reasons.
Right.
If you have too much humidity, then you create an atmosphere for fungi
Pathogens,
and
stuff like
pathogens.
that. Too low, you get super sandy.
Yeah, it's
That's how
dry.
I explain
It
It's like
dries out
sandy.
quick, you know. And
Terpenes
because you
evaporate.
lose the oil.
Right, you're losing all your terpenes either way.
Well,
So
and like I
just stay
said,
on point.
yeah.
If you can, you know, everything's okay. So drying rooms and,
Right.
and curing rooms.
Well, the other day you just said that it gets sandy and stuff, you know, because here's why, okay? Because the humidity, when the humidity's low, it evaporates the moisture faster.
Right.
So the thing about it is the chlorophyll deep down in the plant doesn't have a chance to exit the plant the way it does if you slow dry it, and it can slowly exit its way out of the plant and evaporate. So it locks the chlorophyll in, and that just gives you that grassy, shitty taste.
Right.
Okay, but the sandiness comes because it evaporates off the oils and the fats and stuff off the plant, and it also evaporates the
That makes
terpenes. But
sense.
the terpenes aren't going to be as affected as much as if there was, you know, high heat. If you have high heat over, you know, then the wax cuticles will, you know,
Right.
liquefy and the terpenes will be lost. And, you know, so, but as far as humidity goes, you will lose some terpenes for sure, but I think the taste of chlorophyll just overrides it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's important. It's important that you keep the humidity where it needs to be if you can. Okay. The terpenes give us the smell, the flavor. It also helps us determine. It helps us. Well, it doesn't help us. It enhances the effects of the THC by directing the THC to affect us in certain ways. Like limonene will affect us different than caryophyllene. So the different terpenes are what make up the different effects of cannabis, not just the potency.
It's been a long time
Right.
since I've been down that road.
Oh, I know, me
We're-
too.
we might have to put something together on. some
Perfect
terpenes.
example of all that is like lavender. There's a
Right.
terpene in that calms you down. There's
Right.
that same terpene in cannabis, and when you smoke cannabis with that terpene, it calms you down.
Right.
So
Yeah.
then the terpenes are in a lot of stuff, not just
Right.
cannabis, but
And
they're
so,
very predominant.
To me, I say that terpenes are the aromatherapy part of cannabis. It's the
Yes.
aromatherapy that you know, so if that answers your question. So we want to preserve those as much as possible. And we want to get rid of the chlorophyll in the plant. We don't want too much humidity, but right now I think we're going to deal with too little humidity.
Oh yeah,
You
it's like
really need a humidifier in your drying room. If you need to somehow, even if you have to like build yourself a paint booth out of plastic. You can go to Home Depot. I'll show you the rods here in a minute when we run through my drying room, because now I use them to hang my plants from. But when, you know, as a contractor, if I had a job to do on the ceiling, I could build me a 4-way booth out of plastic with these poles. And it would seal it off and keep everything from going all over the whole house.
And then
And so when you do that, then you can kind of somewhat control the environment.
Right.
And, you know, or if you just have an opening you need to plastic up or something like that, you need to try to have as sealed of an environment as you can wherever you're drying your bud at.
and distilled or RO water. And this is one of my big reasons on that one, because whatever machine you're putting tap water through, it's going to calcify quick, and these machines aren't cheap for one.
Right.
And
Use
then you're
RO
putting
water.
that stuff right into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That same white
Yep.
gunk that you see in your machine
Yep.
absolutely is going to go on your weed.
So
Try not to.
yeah, use RO water or distilled water,
Yeah.
or either distilled or RO water. And I mean, you're better off, honestly, just go buy $180 RO unit, and you know,
It's worth it.
Yeah, they're
get a
not
flow
too,
valve, put it on a trash can, fill your trash can up with RO water, and use it
Right.
out of there. That's the easiest way to do it. So, but RO water, Craig, is reverse osmosis. It is purified with reverse osmosis. We like to call it fresh squeezed water, because it's just like the water that comes
I
out
like
of the clouds.
I'm just
Fresh squeezed water. There's
I like that.
nothing in it but water and
Yep.
whatever dust particles it needs to be
Right.
liquefied.
real quick, I saw a question up there earlier about doing more a show on terpenes. If you go back into our videos, we did a whole series about 3 years ago
Yeah.
of Terp Talk with Matt
Called
Cashier.
Turp Talk on our YouTube.
Yep. So if you go into our YouTube and look at our videos, you can go back and see all
But
those Terp Talks.
We don't mind doing some stuff on
Oh, no,
terpenes.
for sure.
That's what we need to. We need to kind of rehash that, and we could probably use some of those videos.
Yeah.
So you really need to try like hell to have a sealed off area where you can dry at, and that way you can put a dehumidifier in there, you can put a humidifier in there, and if need be, you can even put a well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just go. We got a little video. I'm gonna kind of walk through it. This is my room. This is my drying room. It's just an 8x12 bedroom. Stop right there. That's my humidifier. Okay, you can see the lines on the left side coming up there. I have RO water coming up to that humidifier, and it's a constant flow of RO water plugged into the humidifier. I never have to fill a tank, okay? You can get these humidifiers on htg.com, Amazon, whatever your place you go to buy your grow equipment. You can get these humidifiers fairly cheap. So they has a little dial on the bottom of it, and yeah, that's how I keep my humidity up. If I have that set at 58, so if my humidity hits below 58 or 55, if my humidity hits below 55, that comes on. Then I have go ahead, and then right there, it's just a dehumidifier. That one I have a drain valve on it that rolls out to the floor to a drain that runs below it. So I never have to empty the bucket, but you know, if you have to empty the bucket, you have to empty the bucket. But that dehumidifier right there, you know, I have it set at 60. So if the humidity gets up above 60, it kicks on and starts pulling it down. So that balances that room out to keep it right around a constant 58% humidity as long as the door stays shut. So, you know, that it's just a small room. I don't have a huge drying room, but it sure beats the hell out of trying to dry out under your lights wherever you hang, because I grow indoors. But those two things right there, I'm going to say, are a must. And you don't have to have that kind of humidifier. You can go to Home Depot and buy a humidifier that has a tank on it, and you can set the humidity that you want. They're a little more expensive, but they have the digital the digital readouts on them, and you can set what you want your humidity at. But you have to fill a tank all the time, and me, I don't have time to fill the tank all the time. And it just becomes one of those things, one more thing I got to do. So it was worth it to me to spend a little extra money to put that other humidifier in there so that I could not have to screw with it. Go ahead, Zach. You see, it's just a bedroom. That right there, that's my air conditioner, okay? And I have that set at 68 degrees. And I keep the air at 68 degrees in there. Now, here's the thing. This winter, that'll never come on. That room is blocked off, the vents shut off, and that room will stay 65 degrees most of the year. And if I need to, if it starts getting too cold in there, if we have a long stretch, then I can bring a little infrared space heater in there to bring the temperature up to where I need it. But I'd like to keep my temperature at 68 or below. And then, there's my fan to keep the air circulating. I have a carbon scrubber over here, and that not only helps with the odor of drying plants, but it also filters out mold particles and pollen and all, it's the whole HEPA thing. So, and then there are my poles. That's what I hang my plants from. So, I can hang usually about 6 plants, but I usually only hang 4 across each pole. And that's my drying room. It wasn't that expensive.
No.
I mean, it really wasn't that expensive. Once the expenses are made, I got about $1,000 into that room. Once all expenses are paid, and the air conditioner, the humidifier, and I didn't even have to buy the humidifier, that was given to me. But if I would have bought it, I still would have been around $1,000 in that room.
And that's including your carbon scrubber, your fans.
It really is worth the investment.
Very much worth the investment. And if you have a spare room in your basement, you can get some heavy plastic and use those poles like I had on the ceiling there, and you can wall yourself off a little area, or if you don't mind, go buy you some 2x4s and wall yourself off a little area, plastic up the walls, seal it off, and you can even just use a zipper door. Get one of those zippers that when you put the plastic over it, you stick the zipper on the plastic, and then you unzip it, and then you cut the plastic, and you got your little plastic zipper door. That's all you need.
That's cool. So
yeah, man.
Zipper tape.
Zipper tape. Yeah. And you make you a little drying area, and then you can put a dehumidifier in there and a humidifier in there. And if you need this time of year, you need be more likely to need a space heater than you would an air conditioner.
I've got a big oil cooler that I put in my room with right next to the fan, and it nicely keeps that room warm.
Yeah. So anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about as far as harvesting goes right now. Is I just want everybody to be, it's very easy, especially when you're coming in from outdoor. Even if you're coming in from outdoor and you've got big buds or anything, it's very easy for mold to get involved there. Okay. And so it's very important that you keep your humidity down, at least. It is better to have less humidity if that's what you have to deal with. But to me, anything under, man, I'm picky, but I'll just say when I didn't have a choice, anything under 45% humidity was panic.
Right.
You get up 50, I'm nervous. Okay, 55, I'm feeling pretty all right about things. Yeah. 58, man, I'm loving that shit because I'm going to have about 14 days on the average of a nice dry.
Right.
And then, pull that off, put that in some bags for a few days. Burp the bag. I burp the bags. Now these Grove bags I'm going to try.
Supposedly don't burp.
You don't burp.
Right.
So, I'm going to try those. So, yeah, those Grove bags, Christina just shouted out on her page, I think, that they're getting ready to release those Grove bags to the contestants. But we're going to be talking about that, I think, next week. So, but, so that's what we want to talk about. How does AOD trim? Dry, wet, or dry?
Yes.
Yeah. No. What I do when I harvest is I go through, I break all the main fan leaves off, anything with a stem.
Yep.
I break it off, get rid of it, chop the plant at the base, hang it up, and dry it. And then, so I would trim base, I guess, dry, but it's kind of both.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of both.
Yep.
You know,
It's a
trim-
hybrid.
Yeah, because I don't want all the big nasty leaves hanging, and
Well, and then when you got those big leaves and you are getting those taken off when you're trying to dry trim, you're knocking trichomes off. And
you
all
are,
that stuff.
and you know, you provide an atmosphere for mold to grow when those big leaves hang down on the buds. I just prefer to get the big leaves off, and then
Let them breathe. Let the
Yeah.
buds breathe a little.
and then once they're dry, we just go in, snap the branches off. What's up, John?
Now I believe that there is some bro science out there that like
I used to
some
trim
old
wet.
heads do, and they would leave most of the plant intact to cover the nug, so that that plant material would
I used to do
absorb
that.
more of the outside environment, and then you trim it away so
Yeah.
the inside's fresher.
Well, and that's why I leave the leaves that I leave on there. Pretty much,
Right.
I mean, and that's what we do. We leave all the bigger leaves on, and they come down. But I don't think the big fan leaves have that same effect.
Okay.
I don't think I think, you know, because leaving the leaves on there that curl down around the bud. I used to actually not even trim those.
I like them. Yeah.
But you get a lot of shake in the bottom of the
Right,
bag,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
and that doesn't sit happy with people.
Right.
So,
But the big fan leaves usually aren't even
Yeah.
close to the buds.
and I don't
generally.
think the
Right.
trade-off from possibly having a pathogen or develop, or mold or mildew or something to develop under that big leaf, I don't think it's for me. And I don't not criticize anybody else that does it, because a lot of people do it that way and they have great weed. But I just don't think I don't think that plays into my wanting to do it that way any at all, if that makes any sense.
Right.
It's a little bit of a deterrent for me. The biggest deterrent for me is because it's a pain in the fucking ass to
Oh yeah.
trim those things with those stupid big leaves on it. It's just a mess.
It depends
All
on the
those dry
plant strain
leaves,
too.
trouble.
Some of
Yeah.
them look just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, I would consider on some plants. Most of them, yeah, I'd trim off. But so on your
When you're drying, take some pictures of that shit and we'll see what it looks like.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? And because I'm interested to see it. And,
call me on them on that.
huh? No, not at all. I'm just interested to see it.
Ah,
You know.
no, I got you guys.
So
So
yeah, man, prove it, bro. Prove it.
Okay.
Put your money where your mouth is.
on the dry room, so you got your keep your temperature controlled, your humidity controlled, fresh air inlet, and you want an outlet of some sort. That's just to keep the air kind of flow through. You don't have to, like, when it comes to brand, okay, look, anything cannabis branded is going to be outlandishly expensive. But you know where these dudes got this idea? From products that they get from Home Depot,
Oh yeah.
your hardware store. You can go buy a roll of carbon filter for under $10 and cut the size. You know, if you're in a tent and you cover them holes with some carbon filters and put a fan in there for an inlet, throw a fan in the side to pull out for an outlet, you know, not direct, try to keep it directly off the plant. But you can, I actually used to, if you mess with your tents, if you're in tents, you can create an
So
environment.
we don't need the double sifted Australian backwoods biocarbon
If you
that
want
was
it,
dug
by
up.
all means.
that was dug up in the outback and
Everybody loves gold.
processed by the Aborigines. We don't need that carbon filter.
I dig that.
You don't need all that fancy shit, is what he's trying to say.
But if you look at your tents throughout your whole grow, if you really kind of mess with the way the holes in your tents work, you can create from two different environments. One I call the suction environment, where your whole tent sucks in, and another is the blowout environment,
I like
where
the
your
suction
tent's blowing out like a balloon. If you can create either one of those environments, you're doing fairly good.
The only thing I don't like about air blowing out is, and this goes back to when everything was underground, because if you're blowing air out of the tent, you're blowing smell out of the tent.
This is true.
Okay, and then so you don't want the smell to be in everything in your home, then and out the doors and
Oh yeah.
everywhere, then you probably don't want to do the blowout method. I like to have a negative pressure in the tent, so that I know
I would
I'm
say
sucking air in.
that's where I like to be.
And
at.
then the carbon filters, the air, the venting that I do, I vent through the filter and out the tent. That way the air that's going out into the room is filtered fresh.
Yep.
But you want the filtered air coming in too, but it's a different filter.
Right.
The air coming in, the filter coming in, you want to have almost like an allergen filter
Yeah.
there.
A mold free.
Yeah.
Now make sure if you're getting
Yeah.
HEPA and all that, you really look into it, because some of them will. I haven't been too far into that, but I've heard some HEPA filters can really get into your terpenes. And like I said, look into it. The research is out there. Anything we talk about, you can almost look at.
How would that get into your
Google.
terpenes?
Stuff they put in the filters, man. Like some of them got like the pet allergen ones and stuff like that maybe have like that added powders in them, or
Weird.
don't go get like a Febreze, I would say.
Don't do the Febreze.
Right. Try to keep it simple in that aspect.
Are we getting off topic?
Us get off topic? Never.
We don't get off topic.
Never.
Topic gets
Not
on
at
us.
all.
We're like Chuck Norris.
Can I get a
Topics.
paper from you, sir?
Fuck, man. It's like that kid in school.
Right. I'm out.
So yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know what else I can say about
So okay, here's perfect on dry. If you've got your humidity, it's that's 58,
right.
and you've got your temperature perfect, in the upper 60s. How long should your plants hang?
If your environment is where it should.
If you got your environment on point, how long do you let your plants hang?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna hang until the branches snap. When I bend the branch, I want to hear a nice crisp break.
Right.
It don't have to break in half, just a nice crisp snap.
Yeah.
But that's generally going to take anywhere between 12 and 16 to 18 days. Mine usually, for the size of plants I grow, the way I have my room set up and everything, I'm usually right at 14 days. But sometimes they're not ready at 14 days. Sometimes they're still a little soft.
Right.
You know.
Depending on the variety and
Yeah, and how big they are and everything else. So.
yeah.
But yeah. What is this? Gorilla Glue number 4. I'm gonna brave.
That's what I'm trying on is the Gorilla Glue number 4. It's not
Nice.
bad.
So
Not
yeah,
bad at all.
but that was a good segue there, Zach. So yeah, so when we get down to it, that's what you want to look for. When you reach up and you can break that stem, so when you've got the stem and you bend it and you hear that snap, that's what you want to hear. When you hear that, can you hear that?
I'm sure that's
When you
all
hear-
moves. So.
When you hear that snap, that's when you're planting. And I'm talking about on a normal sized branch, not a little branch. They'll get dry faster.
Oh yeah.
And you can go through there and knock off the little buds on the outside probably a little faster.
Right.
If you check them in the branch, if the branch snaps, you can pop that off there and go ahead and bag it.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I'm guilty sometimes if I do it and I get a little bit of a snap, but it's not quite where I want it to be. I mean, I don't mind a lot of times, nipping the bud off and going ahead and
Right.
trimming it up and then leaving it to air.
Right.
If I'm going out of town or something and I need to get it harvested,
Right.
and I need to get it finished, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you can make exceptions, but generally you want to hear a nice crisp break on that branch, and that's when it's ready to come off of the hook and be trimmed. Have the final trim put on it. So we were talking about trimming too. So Jeremy says to leave all the leaves on the big fan leaves, the little fan leaves, everything.
I
say
think I'm going to on my outside plants.
On your
Well,
outside?
it depends on if I wash too. If we do a video on wash, I'll go ahead and I may even go do a video on pulling off all the stems. I mean, that
Yeah,
may
that's
happen
gonna-
pretty quick too.
I mean, that's going to be our next,
Next
probably our
couple days, maybe.
next,
We'll see.
probably going to be our next show. We're going to talk about, well, I guess we'll go through and show this stuff, as Jeremy, because Jeremy's the only one here who goes
And
outdoors.
if I happen to keep my stuff the night it goes freezing and it goes bad, I will absolutely take some pictures and show y'all what
What it
not
looks
to
like
do.
when you fuck up.
Yeah, absolutely.
when you miscalculate. Hey, you know what? But here's what I like about that, because, like you say, you're not dependent on what you're growing outside.
No, sir.
Okay, it's all extra,
Yeah.
and that's all. I mean,
not extra, but
well, I mean, it's all
there's never enough weed around.
right.
I mean, 3 ounces.
But most of that anyway is probably going to go to oil to help people.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I think we're going to try to do that next year. We're going to try to grow outdoor crop and give it all to the FICO project, Green Angel Network.
That'd be cool.
We haven't shouted them out in a minute.
No.
Shout out to the Green Angel Network. Go check them out on Facebook, guys. They do good work. So anybody have any questions that I haven't been watching, guys? I'm sorry. Well, we need to get to the wheel here.
Yeah, it's
but
good.
I
We do have a
really,
meeting.
I want to, yeah, we do have a meeting. But I really want to, if you guys have any questions real quick, I want to, on outdoor harvesting, drying, curing, anything like that. And we try to keep it light. This is for people who are learning.
Jeremy McLaughlin, what is your wash recipe? You want to give him that?
You cure and dry in your smokehouse? Hey, man, that's a good idea, actually.
That
I
is.
mean, a smokehouse is a good place. At least you can, you're fairly sealed off, but if that works for you, man, I'd like to see you string an extension cord out there and put a humidifier and a dehumidifier out there and try to see if you can bring it. So, because, man, you can grow a really, really, really killer crop, a really beautiful plant. Right, you harvest it right at the right time, and you've gone through all this, to cater to this plant all year long, man. And then you harvest it and you hang it and dry it just where you can, and the temperature's off, the humidity's off.
You ever seen one of those?
Is that a freeze dryer or is it just a?
Canatrol.
Yeah,
Cool.
I saw the.
Oh yeah, the indoor cure thing. What is that? 5 cubic foot? You can ruin your whole fucking crop, dude.
Oh yeah.
You can ruin your whole crop through the drying process and not. I've talked to a lot of OGs. I mean, a lot of guys that grow outside, and they ask me what I think about, because they
Let
want
us
to.
know more about it.
They want to know why they're troll. Did I say troll?
No. No, it's the Canatrol.
Oh,
It's-
Canatrol.
Well, he was just showing me.
Oh yeah, the Canatrol.
Canatrol. Yeah. Anyway, so and I get some old school dudes that ask me about drying and curing, or why do I think they lose? The outdoors not as good as the indoor. I think it's because the terpenes are lost, and there are a few factors that I think that outdoors not quite as good as indoor, because you can't control the environment, and you got rain, you got bugs, you got all kinds of stuff that goes on, you can't harvest it exactly when it needs to be harvested. You have to harvest it. You're at the mercy of the weather. There's all kinds of reasons. I think a lot on outdoors is lost in the drying and the curing.
Right.
Because most big outdoor grows harvest and they dry and they cure in a barn. They hang it up outside in a barn, and you know you
Like
can't.
tobacco.
Yeah, you can't control the environment like that. And so I think that's, you know, if even if you're an outdoor grower, I think it's important that you try to control your drying environment. And you know, a lot of these guys are amazed at the difference in the product that they've grown year after year. And this year, because they, you know, followed my advice and they got a drying area that they could control the temperature and humidity in, their crop turned out so much better as far as flavor, smell, the way, the harshness of the bud, the way, you know, the smokability, everything turned out just so much higher quality because they put the effort into drying and curing instead of just throwing it in a room and letting it cure, you know, just out in the environment. So letting it dry, you know. So anyway,
That could be a lot of wasted time and effort. A full
Yeah.
summer.
yeah, I got a little too stoned today, man.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head into the production area to get ready for the giveaways.
Oh yeah, let's do that. We're gonna give some stuff away, guys. So if you're a grower, we're gonna give away some seeds. We're gonna give away some a clone, and if you're a smoker and consumer, which all of you are, we're gonna give away some flour. Yay! Y'all ready? Tag somebody. Right now, everybody tag somebody in the comments. Not somebody that's already in here, though. Yeah, Barb, I know a lot of guys that do humidity tubes. They'll drill some holes in some end caps, and yeah. Yeah, we can go to it. Let's do it. Let's do the wheel. So, let's see. This first winner is going to get to choose their prize. Jesse James. Are you here, Jesse James? Is Jesse James here? He won. We don't know. He gets to choose a prize.
That's cool, dude. I like that.
Let's give him a second to see if he's here. Is Jesse James here? If you don't speak up soon, Jesse James, we're going to spin the wheel again. Yeah, I'm watching the clock. We got a clock right down here, so we're going to give him a minute. Jesse James. Big D to Jesse James. Come in, Jesse James.
Where you at, Jesse?
Jesse. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, sorry, Jesse. Let's spin the wheel again. You got to be watching to win. Dun, dun, dun. Ryan Whitesell. Ryan Whitesell. Are you here, Ryan? If Ryan's not here, get him here. Where's Ryan? Okay, here we go. We're on the 30-second countdown.
What's up, Chad?
What's up, Chad? Homie in the house. Ryan, what's up? Okay, Ryan, what do you want? Do you want the clone? Do you want the half ounce of bud? Do you want the Captain Redbeard seeds? You only get one pack of Captain Redbeard seeds, and you can choose between auto or fem and whatever variety.
I ain't grown an auto in a while, man.
Yep. Now Ryan Whitesell's here.
That's who. That's
Right. He wants the bud.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So the next person gets to choose between Tropicana Cherry Clone and Captain Redbeard Seeds. Dun dun dun. We need some music or some shit, dude. This is boring as. Marissa Nicole Shoney. You know what? I'll just leave in another half ounce of bud there. So another choose your illusion. What's her name? Marissa what? Marissa Nicole Shoney? Are you here, Marissa? Are you here, Marissa? We're on 30 seconds right now. You got 30 seconds. We need a countdown thing, Zach. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. All right. We got 15 seconds. Marissa, are you here? Marissa, are you here? Marissa, if anybody that you knew was here, loved you, they would have tagged you by now.
Yeah, we're not against tagging.
Okie dokie. And bam, time to spin again. Okay, so the next person gets their choice.
What's up, nobody?
Okay. Nobody. All right. Hang tight, nobody. Josh. Okay, cool. What do you guys want, brother? Josh. She should turn her volume up. Tell me what she wants. Does she want a clone? Does she want flour? Or does she want seeds? There she is. What do you want, What do you want, Marissa? She wants plat. I think she means plant.
Nice.
Okay, we're good. Marissa gets a plant. Nobody gets some flour. And that's it. We will save the seeds for another day.
You want to open this
This is
up,
Captain
man?
Redbeard Seeds. Open what up? Hang on, we're not done. Do what? Let's see. Do we want to give away some pre-rolls?
That would be.
Let's give away some Raven's Revenge pre-rolls. I'm going to give away 3 Raven's Revenge pre-rolls right now. Got to be here to win. Dun, dun, dun. My boy, Jeremy.
Nice.
Jeremy McLaughlin. You got your Raven's Revenge. Are you here, Jeremy? Yeah, I know. He's always around. Jeremy is an MS patient. So, Jeremy McLaughlin. Raven's Revenge pre-roll. Who's next? I'm not such a stickler on those. You know they're there all the time. There he is. What's up? You got your Raven's Revenge, brother. Chris Charity Cunningham. Where you at, Chris? You got your Raven's Revenge pre-roll. You can be running all over hell. Where you at, Chris? Speak up over here. Okay. We got another one. One more to give away. Dun, 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 dun. There's Chris. All right, Chris. All you guys that won, message our inbox. Elizabeth Vaught. That always gets me because there's usually an H after the G if it's Vaught. Is it vote? Elizabeth, are you here? You want a pre-roll? All right. Now, all you guys who won, go to our page, message us so we can get with you and get your shit to you. Okay, Travis, you get on the wheel by watching our page, and on the morning of the show, I will post a post, and there are steps that we like you to take. We want you, because we're giving this stuff away to you, we want you to show us some love by sharing the post, tagging somebody in it, and commenting done. In that,
Yeah.
well, you got to like our page first, but so
Now,
that
we do need to come up a way for our YouTube viewers to participate too, because we got a couple YouTube viewers that aren't on Facebook.
okay,
So we got to figure something out for them though.
okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely, because we don't want to leave our YouTubers out for sure. And, at some point, we've got other platforms we're going to go to. But, yeah, so, you know what, everybody? It's been really cool. We're not really holding strict to an hour. Sometimes we'll go longer. Sometimes we might not go as long. But who knows? We have a tendency to, just get off on rabbit trails and stuff. So all you guys at One Flower, remember though, you're going to get a pipe to go with that. And what are we going to talk about next week?
Oh man, so much to talk about.
Who knows?
Got a lot of pent up talking to do. We haven't done these in a while.
Yeah. Well, I know we'll probably talk, if we get our judges kits, we'll be talking about that. We got some more grow talk to go on. I've made a little video here and there, so we're going to start doing a little bit more educational footage in the grow room, and just grow talk. It don't even have to be educational. Look, man, I don't always need to be teaching. I mean, sometimes it's nice just shooting the shit about growing and the life and the just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Smoke sesh, chilling,
Have some
talking
fun.
shit. Who took the plant? Who took the plant?
That was
Oh, was it Chris? Can't remember who took the plant. Marissa took the plant.
Yeah.
Okay, you're getting a Trop Cherry, Marissa. It's a very nice plant. You're gonna love this. It's
the terpene profile on it's amazing.
and I think it starts turning purple right from the beginning, don't it?
It does.
It starts, doesn't it? It like starts turning purple right from the beginning.
If
so
you like Tangy-esque, and this is my
Yeah.
personal palate, if you like a Tangy-esque type of a strain, it's right down your alley,
yeah.
flavor profile
Yeah,
wise.
absolutely. So, yeah, you're gonna love it. You're absolutely gonna love it. And they're a little the plant's a little bigger than this right now, isn't it? You've got them over there. So
It's about that size.
now let's talk about, you gave a plant away on your page, but then you want to give this hat away.
Yeah, man.
So talk
Actually,
about this hat for next week, bro.
that's what that dude I said, dude, my wife was the delivery man on that one. She just brought it in. But this came down from Oregon, and what this is this hat
Yeah,
company
both
that I
kinda
like
cool.
to buy from called Finlay Hats. And I believe they're North Oregon. And
Let me go check.
Anyways.
There it goes.
There
That
it
was
is.
weird.
So every week they do special edition hats, and there's only like so many available, and they sell out really fast. So we snagged one of these up, and that literally just came in that door while we were on the live. And we're gonna figure out how to give this hat away next week. Now, like I said, you can't purchase this hat. This is
It's a one-off. Well, there's a
Right.
limited edition. How many were made?
I think there's like 25,
Yeah, I think that's what I think.
and they're already sold out.
Yep. So they're all sold out. You can't go buy this hat.
They taped it up good.
You can only win this hat. What's that, man?
Bubble gum.
Bubble
Nice.
gum. Finlay. They get
That's
that too, or
bubble gum.
what? You keeping that?
Oh shit.
Oh, that's slick, man. Don't we have a picture of that?
Yes, we do.
Pop that up there, dude. That's it right there. And yeah, that's slick, dude. Check that out, dude.
That is fun.
That's a nice
Yeah.
hat, bro.
That is.
That killer clowns from outer space.
I'd have to open that one way up to get on my big ass head.
Right.
But I don't really want to wear it. I don't want anybody to wear it for the person that wins it. So same company as what he's got here, but yeah, that's a beautiful hat. Beautiful hat right there. So I mean, do we need a special wheel?
We'll come up with something.
You gonna announce that later in the week?
Yeah, I'll announce it later in the week. We'll get together. and
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Just keep an eye on the page.
We're going to put together a plan. So if you like hats like that, you know someone else that likes hats like that, keep watching, have them watch, we're going to give it away. And that's an expensive hat, man. You know, and yep, there's your little package too. You get the whole shit and caboodle. So, yeah, cool deal. And we got some other giveaways we're coming up with all the time. We're going to do this. We don't mind giving stuff away. One of the things that if you have a company and you want to promote that company and you want to do it through us, you want to throw us some stuff of yours to give away on the show, we're happy to do it. You know, whether it's gear, whether it's product, no matter what it is. Okay, if you've got some sort of a company you're trying to promote, that's what we're here for.
We're out of Kansas City there, Travis.
Yeah. We want to help you guys win. That's all we want to do. Whether you're growing or whether you're growing a business. So now tomorrow, I'm going to talk about this just a little bit. And then we have a meeting at 1:30. So tomorrow, we're going to go out to this place out here west of town. And there's a little controversy going on, this little weed shop that opened up out there. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know what I'm talking about. We're going to go out there and check it out. And then, you know, we're going to we're going to talk about what's going on in that little situation. Because not just because it's stupid, not just because it's ridiculous, and, you know, Karen and whoever the jackass that hangs out with her is involved.
Right.
A whole lot of them, you know. And so, but just to show and just to kind of highlight the fact that, you know, there's still a lot of negative stigma out there. And, you know, there's still work to do, breaking down this negative stigma so that, you know, cannabis can move forward into our culture the way it should be. And not necessarily be a counterculture. Even though we all like the counterculture, you know, bringing it into mainstream where it's accepted across the board. Like if you're to put a shop in that deals with cannabis in any way, whether it be, you know, the shaman place, all CBD stuff, the THCA stuff, which is, you know, getting fairly big, and just get pounded by your neighbors, dude, because you're trying to fucking open a business and you're trying to thrive in something that you feel passionate about and love. And so that's kind of what's going on out there. So, and, you know, we're going to reveal a few things about that, and maybe the cannabis community can reach out to some people and let them know how that makes them feel about their town.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? So
Your town
we're
should
gonna
listen to
let
you.
them know how we feel about it. We might even have the folks I'm talking about on the show to talk about it. We'll see. But either way, you know what, everybody? What, you got something to say, brother?
I'll say most of the way, if you got a thought of a way to do something around your town or something like that, the easiest part is just get up and go do it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, go do it.
We gotta dab
the city
out.
more than likely is accepting to what you have to say, and if they're not, you can at least, you know, demand your respect and your time. They'll listen.
Yeah, they will.
They just gotta know you're not like doing some.
Being a jackass.
You gotta be passionate about what you do. You can
And not combative.
uphold yourself right, respectively. You know, you can accomplish great things just by
Absolutely.
for sure.
just do it.
Yabba dabba do, everyone. It's been a blast. We love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Same dank place, same dank time.
Yep.
I think that's a new saying.
I like
We're going to throw y'all some AOD slaps too. See? AOD stickers. Yay. Yeehaw. If you got, why don't
You got the flour?
If you got flour, you're going to get an AOD grinder too. A little mini grinder. Very portable to go along with your mini pipe. And you know what? Maybe we'll even throw in
a mini tray.
a tray because we got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
We'll throw you in a tray.
A neon
Yeah,
vibe.
neon vibes tray.
These things are the only tray that stays together in the back of my bike.
Yeah. So,
It's a
This thing
heavy
slides
magnet.
everywhere, and this tray stays together.
and even heavy pedaling don't make it fall apart.
Right. outside the Rugrats.
All right, guys, you know what? We hope you have a beautiful week. Enjoy this cool weather. Winter's coming in, man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with the people that are predicting a long, hard winter because we're due for one. You know, so batten down the hatches. Save some water.
Mm-hmm. Get ready to go have some fun in the snow.
Stash back some MREs.
You know what's so cool about winter? Spring.
Yup, it ends.
Winter sucks, and then spring turns green and everything sucks.
That's why fall and spring are so windy, because winter sucks.
But I'd take 70 degrees. Like,
Shit.
if I could.
All right, everybody, peace out. Stay lifted.
Later.
We on that next level. Turn it up a notch. Way I smoke, I need another crop. Yeah, I'm on that next level. We got that global dope. The type of resin make you overload. Yeah, I got that next level. They try to imitate. They can't keep up, I'm about to elevate. Yeah, we on that next level. I'm in a different lane. I'm always smoking and spitting flame. Yeah, I got that next level. No, you cannot fade my style. Way I'm going way up north, smell that thing for miles. Check my resume.
Year-Round Garden is your one-stop shop for all your indoor gardening needs. It doesn't matter what you grow or how you grow it, our knowledgeable, friendly staff is here to help. Our team listens to your unique story, interests, values, personal experience, and helps develop solutions that are right for your garden. Whether it's tomatoes, herbs, microgreens, mushrooms, medicinal plants, houseplants, you name it. So come visit us today and experience a different kind of grow shop. A grow shop for everyone.
It feels right. Drop the anchor down, we'll be here for a while. Got me thinking about all the good times coming our way. Oh yeah. Ooh, put it on. It's okay at the lake, it's a party. Ooh, put it on. She my little pontoon shorty. On the way to the lake, ooh yeah, it's a party.